Welcome everybody to a brand new video of B Dog the Games. B Dog Gomez. B Dog Gomez. B Dog Gomez. Sorry. Still practicing. Um, Welcome. I got my new deck here, but this card doesn't actually have a quote on it. So I'm gonna ask you guys a question. What's something about you that you're always scared to tell the people, you know? Um, there's a question I've been thinking about recently, and I realize the answer I used to so I've my greatest fear has changed since I think I had a question about it before. Has changed since the last time I had a fear like that. Kisses. And if you ask me now, I've realized it has changed and it became something that's kind of been bothering me for a while. Something a fear of mine that's just gone worse and worse. And I have a lot of mental health issues, right? Like a lot of issues to me, things that affect my learning, affect my thinking, all this stuff. And I realize I think my biggest fear is my kids having the same thing, going through the same stuff I had to go through. You know, if my kids are too much like me, I don't want that for them. I don't want them to have to get special treatment in school because their brain doesn't work the same way as everybody else or whatever. And I don't want my kids to go through that. And I think that's something I haven't even really said this out loud. This has been a thing I've been thinking about, but now's a good time to say it, I guess. Anyways, so for those who don't know, every year, the past few years, I've been doing a trivia night, and this is the first one, part one of it. I haven't done part two yet. Um, so instead of just talking about it like I usually do, I have this. This is my new trivia night screen. I'm gonna start trying. I think I might start trying to do presentations for it because I like this layout because Megan helped me out by it. We both did it together, and then Brandon chose the topic. So this is, but I might kind of use this idea. Oh, you guys can't see the watermark here. Wait, I mean, that's the watermark. It's a good spot. All right, that's the first spot, so you guys can see everything. So how about like, if I got a green screen one day, life would be easier. You know, I think this is fine. Let's stop messing with it. All right, I'm gonna stay here for right now, and yeah, I think to make there. Sorry, it wasn't high enough. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay. So I have the questions and answers everybody has said. So I realized this actually doesn't work anymore. Okay, it works. I got it. I fixed it. Yeah. So I'll talk about how was real quick. This is part two. I need part three. So I had instead of 10 questions for part one and 10 for part two, we did 16 for part one and 16 for part two. Um, I don't even remember doing. Oh, whatever. So I'm gonna go through this, and you guys are gonna go through the questions with me, right? And you guys are gonna see what you think the answers are, and pretty much we're talking about monuments, which like monuments to things people make and stuff, landmarks, which are more like natural things. They're already in areas, different flags and capitals. This could be mainly the U.S. is a good chunk of it. Some of it is like globally. Um, so we'll get into that, and then the teams here. I only can get three people, which is Brando, Sarah, and Brandon. Brandon was on his team by himself, and he decided to name himself Brandon. Brando and Sarah decided to name themselves Pink Peppermint, which is a great name. I don't know why I did capitalize. I should have. Anyways, so I have all their answers written down, how many points they got for each question, which I didn't know I did, so that's great. And I have final things written down too, which I kind of want to do this instead. That's fine. I'll don't worry about it. I'll fix this. I have it organized a certain way, but I think I want to change that later on. Which actually, I'll just do this here. Sorry, I know it's taking me a second. Total. Total. How do you spell total? Anyways, okay. I have these questions. So, we're gonna go through these, and again, I'm gonna say what they said. So, Megan was monitoring Sarah and Brenda, so if they had answers or whatever, and everyone got like one guess, and I was monitoring Brandon. So let's get into it. Question one: Where is it located? So, I usually do like a freebie one at the beginning, to give them everyone like, yeah, you guys are gonna get this. So for you U.S. people, the Americans here, this is obvious. It's probably obvious to quite a few people outside the U.S. But take your time. Now, when I asked Brandon, he said New York. Said New York City, New York, whatever. And Sarah and Brandon, they're like, well, New York. 'Cause they didn't know what I wanted, but I'm like, you guys, it's fine. He doesn't say the state. It's okay. Um, for 2 points, this answer would be, and it is New York. Now, the next question. Question two. What flag is this? Right? This is a country. Um, yeah, I might just give hints and stuff as I go along with it. So, this is a country. It's in South America. Very big country, I would argue, and a lot of people do know this country. I think the flag is pretty unique as well, honestly. Yeah, you don't really see flags like that. I think you might see some with similar colors, but not like design. Anyways, so I asked Brandon. He said Brazil, and Sarah Brando also said Brazil. The answer, yes, for 4 points was Brazil. So if you want to keep track of your points, we're gonna go along with this. All right. Oh, sorry, I accidentally went back. Question three: How many islands make up Hawaii? In case people say one. Um, there's quite a few. Um, yeah. I guess that spoilers. There's more. There's more than one. Okay. Spoilers. Sorry. There is more than one island for Hawaii. It is a collection of islands that were created by a volcano. Pretty much, it's like I think it's on the Ring of Fire. I think there's a volcano there, so as like everything shifts, you can see that's why it slowly creates these islands for a long period of time. So, Brandon said seven. Sarah and Brando said five. Sarah did kind of think it was like eight, I think. But the final answer was five because they talked about it. For 2 points, if you said five or nine, you got 2 points. Anything lower or higher than that is zero. If you said six or eight, you get 4 points. And if you said seven, which is the right answer, you get 6 points. Question four. What is the capital of Japan? Now, this one should be obvious, right? This should be obvious, you know? I mean, this is a pretty obvious one, I feel like. I feel like a lot of people really know this one. Am I blocking? Oh, I am. I'm blocking this now. So I realized I'm like, wait, the question's over here. So, anyways, okay. I feel like this should be really obvious. Say final answers, final guesses. All right. Brandon said Tokyo. Sarah and Brando also said Tokyo. Now, for 8 points, the answer is Tokyo. I should have given like lower points if you just said bigger cities. Yeah, but it's fine. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. Spoilers. Spoilers. Okay. Question five. Name two states that the Rocky Mountains occupy. Now, again, this is in the U.S., so U.S. states. This would be a landmark question. I think this is a good example for that. Because we separated the questions into four categories. And whenever I do part two, I'm going to use those four categories as well. So there's always an even amount of those categories. So we keep it like, and then we just separate based on whatever questions we think of. So keep it nice and spread out. So, there is, I'm trying to find it. We just had named two, but there's a total of one, two, three, four, 6 states that the Rocky Mountains do go through. So if you get one of them right, you get 8 points. If you get two right, then you get 10 points. They always get one guess, so like whatever two states they say as like a final guess, I think that's it. I don't know any hints to get one. I am one of the states that I live in one of the states that is occupies, right? That's a good hint. So if you don't know what state to live in, it sucks. If you do, hey, maybe that'll help. And if any of my friends who couldn't make it to trivia see this video, play along. See how many points you get, you know? Anyways, so Brandon said Montana and Wyoming. San Brando said Colorado and Utah. The answer was, so there's Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, and New Mexico. All right, let's see the next question is. Question 6. Where is this located? Again, another U.S. one. Um, I feel like you would think it's in a really big, like crazy, like known state, but it's not. As a another hint, I'm kind of surprised by the state it's in. It feels really off. Um, you know, it's Mount Rushmore. For those who don't know, for non-Americans, this is Mount Rushmore. For four of our some of our early bigger presidents. You know, I don't remember every president that this was. I know it's Abe Lincoln, George Washington, Roosevelt, right? Or is it? Yeah, Roosevelt. Um, I forgot who wrote the Constitution or Declaration of Independence. Not con. I don't remember. But either way, it's the fourth one. Anyways, so Brandon, I keep losing where I am. Brandon said South Dakota. San Brando said Maryland. The answer is South Dakota. Now, I'm just gonna call my team names actually from now on. That's easier. Question 7. What state flag is this? Another U.S. one. This is one of my favorite state flags for the record. I think it's great. Probably one of my favorite states I think I've driven through. I haven't like stayed a night there ever, but I've driven through it. It's really cool. The building, some of the building designs are really cool and stuff. Like I don't know, it just feels really nice. Like it's really unique. Um, I'll give you a really massive hint. There's a country that's really similar in names to this state. That could be I can think of two right now off the top of my head. Um yeah, I can think of two. That this could be with that hint. And I think I might leave it like that. So Brandon said New Mexico. Pink Peppermint said New Mexico. The answer is New Mexico for 14 points. Oh, South Dakota was 12 points, by the way. Sorry, from the last question. This question, New Mexico is 14 points. Now, this is another one I personally did not know. What is the capital of Pennsylvania? Now, the answer to this question was surprising. You know, I was a little suspicious about Brandon cheating. I'll be honest, because there's some of these questions that he gets that I'm like, how'd you know that? You know, um, I mean, I'm not gonna say he was or not. No idea. You know, it's not like something I can be like, oh, he was definitely cheating here. No, but no idea. Um, we just got home. Anyways, so Brandon said Harrisburg. Pink Peppermint said Philadelphia. The answer for 16 points is Harrisburg. I thought it was Philadelphia personally. I genuinely did. So I don't blame Pink Peppermint for getting it wrong. Um, this, where is this monument located? A non-U.S. question. If you know anything about me, this is my favorite city in the world. Never been here, but this is like my dream location, like to go. Really cool city, really cool state. Everything about it, I'm just like, oh yes, for the longest of times. So I'll give you a second to put in final guesses. Okay. Brandon said Rome. San Brando also said Rome. For 18 points, the answer is Rome. And if you thought like you said Greece or something, that's completely understandable. I could see that. You know, they're similar. Question 10. What country is this flag from? This one might catch you off guard. You never know. You never know. Um, there is another country with like a really similar. There's a couple with really similar flag designs as this. I'll say one that you guys, so you guys know it's not it. Great Britain. It's not Great Britain, but like this part is like the Great Britain flag, which is very interesting. You know, I don't know why it's like that. There's probably an actual reason. I don't know. You know. So this one, Brandon said Australia. Pink Pepper also said Australia. They're first questioning it for a while, but then they end up sticking with Australia. The answer is not Australia. So 20 points. If you got it right, it's New Zealand. I know. I think that New Zealand has like a slightly different with like the stars. Um, yeah, I think they're missing one or something. I don't remember. There we go more. I don't remember what the exact difference was. Question 11. Santa Fe is the capital of which U.S. state? And am I blocking it? I'm not. Cool. So, take your time. This is another obviously U.S. one, as it says say U.S. there. Megan did do a lot of the setting up. We kind of went back and forth on slides. She got the question number set up because she liked doing that. But then I figured actually no, she did a lot of the setting up. We did boom back and forth on questions, but then I added like the little we both added like the little effects like whoopsies like nope nope like that, you know. Anyways, so this one, you know, I'll give you a hint. This is a state we've already said so far. It's for a hint. Um, yeah, I think that's it. You know, the houses again. These are buildings I really like these buildings. If that doesn't give it away, I'll just say it what the other people guessed. Brandon said New Mexico. Pink Peppermint said New Mexico. The answer to their question was not in the corner. So drumroll for 22 points. New Mexico. Yeah. Again, I mentioned before how I feel like the buildings in New Mexico. This is a great example. I just like that design, these designs of buildings. I know it's like it's a capital, so they're probably very touristy, but you know. Okay. Question 12. Name two countries the Himalaya mountains touch. Now, there's quite a few. Obviously not a US one because Himalaya mountains. I'll just say how many. There's one, two, three, four, five, 6 countries. Um, you know, there's two obvious ones that I think. Yeah, there's actually 3 obvious ones. I feel like. So looking at what they said, yeah, there's 3 obvious ones. And yeah. Okay. Now, if you said your guesses, Brandon said India and China. Pink Peppermint said Nepal and China. The answers are Afghanistan, Bhutan, China, India, Nepal, and Pakistan. China, India, and Nepal, I feel like are kind of the really obvious ones. Like, I feel like those are the ones that kind of everybody knows. Um, I don't know about China actually. It's like India and Nepal definitely. Yeah. Anyways, next one. Question 13. What name 4 U.S. state that the Mississippi River touches? Now, I will give a big hint for this one. I guess not a big hint, but there's a lot of states. Again, it's another U.S. one, obviously. So that's why we said name four, because there's a lot. Oh, and for the previous 12, if you said got one right, you get 22 points. You got two right, 24 points. Now for this one, if you get one right, it's 20 points. Two right, it's 22 points. Three right, it's 24 points. Four right, it's 26 points. Now, there's 10 states. A fifth of the U.S. touches this river. That's crazy. Okay, well, let's get into it. This is one of the ones that made me think Brandon was cheating, not because the answer he said, but because the one he didn't say. Which Brandon said Louisiana, Missouri, Arkansas, and Illinois. But why didn't he say the Mississippi? That was what made me feel like a little weird. But also, I don't think that was the top search ones. No, it's kind of just random ones, but I don't know. He also probably just thought he wasn't allowed to, I think. I don't know. I don't think he was cheating, like, the more I think about it, but it's still like, you can see where I thought it, you know? Pink Peppermint said Oklahoma, Missouri, Mississippi, and Louisiana. And the right answers are Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, and Louisiana. How many did you get right? Next question. Question 14. What is the capital of Utah? So, time. Again, another US one here. Um, I mean, I didn't know what it was, I'll admit, but I feel like I should have. I feel like this is one that like you kind of just should know. Like one of the ones, like if you live in the U.S. at least. If you don't live in the U.S., I don't blame you for not getting this question. It's Utah. Like who cares about Utah? No offense if you're from Utah. If you're from Utah, I care about you a lot. If you're not, there's not a better way I can word it, huh? I already ruined it, didn't I? All right. Well, it sucks. So Brandon said Salt Lake City. Pink Peppermint said Salt Lake City. The answer was Salt Lake City for 28 points. So that's fair. You know. Again, I feel like as a U.S. citizen, I should have gotten that. Question 15. What country's flag was this? This is definitely like I feel like I've seen it feel like this. You know? I don't know. But I also feel like I would say the right answer if I saw it. Because I think this is the first one that pops in your head. This is a really known country, country I would like, most people kind of learn about this in like history. Pretty impactful country across the world. A lot of our modern day stuff kind of like ideas and government systems kind of come from this country. The country that took it over too. Now, Brandon said Greece. Sarah and Brando, Pink Peppermint, also said Greece. The country is Greece. Again, such a important country in history. Now, this is the final question. A question that no, like I didn't know. Question 16. What country occupies Easter Island? Yes, I made this slide. Or I did that. Yeah. Um. So, this is a country I guess it makes sense, but I didn't think about it. Um. You know, I also like this setup for these questions. This quiz better than my last one. As if my last one was harder stuff to get because I did it myself and I just didn't have much ideas for questions. But I think this kind of gives me brand new ideas and stuff I can do for future questions and stuff. Anyways, so Brandon said Chile. Pink Peppermint said Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu? Machu Picchu. Sorry for mispronouncing it. The right answer is Chile. Now, thank you for being a part of my Trivia Night Part 1. Highly appreciate it. Yeah. For Part 2, I probably will reuse these slides or like add more to it, just so it's all in one thing so I don't have to separate it. So yeah. Now, I tallied their points, but it was really obvious. Comment down below who you think won before I do this. Um, it was really obvious, I think, throughout it. And I feel like at the very end, it was like, yeah. Makes sense. And oh, if you got Chile right, by the way, you get 32 points. Obviously, as it goes down, the questions are worth more and more points and stuff, and that's the whole point. And this is a team one, so when they're by themselves, they are working by themselves. And they get half as many points per question. Um, like this, it adds two for every question. They only add one every question. It won't start at 32 though. It'll start with one again. It will start over. Like question one or question 17 technically will start with 1 point. 18 will be 2 points, and it'll go like that all the way down to 64. 64 down to question 32. Sorry, but yeah. Um, so Brandon got a total of 252 points. Comment down below if you beat him. Pink Peppermint got a total of 218 points. So Brandon did clear out of the water. It was also his idea to do this, because he won the last one. Um, you know, he blew him out of the water, which is kind of I was expecting because he is very very good with geography and stuff. Um, you know, and he even said like, hey, if I win part two and I get to choose again, I don't want to choose again. Give it to the second place person. And I'm like, don't worry, I was already going to do that. Like, you just chose. Like, I'd probably Sarah. I think will just choose because Brando and Brandon have both chosen some. You know. Um, yeah. So comment down below how many points you got. Let me know. I wanna know. Yeah. So, um, I think that will wrap up this video then, huh? I don't. There's not like a good spot for me to be here. I'm trying to find a. I don't know, hand. I don't want to block out. There's nowhere good for me to hang out here. All right, I'm just gonna hang out right here on this actual watermark. I may move. I can't move this bar. Uh, Man, that sucks. All right. Oh, that's all right. It sucks. I'm trying to deal with it. I'd rather it be here than anything anywhere. I think it's better. Ooh, hey, bye, guy. No. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. I don't mean to be like that guy, but. Well, I'm going to thank everybody here. Just going back over here. Thank you for watching this video. I'm trying to get back up there. I want to go. I want to go up. Try and one day I want to look up to the Shadownator and be like, I beat you in subscribers. And then please go subscribe to the Shadownator. If you don't know who that is, it's one of my friends. Great guy, great content. Highly recommend, especially if you. I would highly recommend, especially for gaming stuff. He's really good with that. He also has a higher quality content than me. Quality, you know. Um, but I'm also trying to get back up there. I'm trying to go up. I keep saying back. I'm trying to go up there, creating that quality content y'all are here for. Well, on that note, catch you guys in the next video. Um, you know, I'll see you guys for my final part of the Henry Stickmin timeline. Am I gonna be done milking that series? No, I got one more video after that for Henry Stickmin. But I'm almost done. Um, I'm roughly 87.5% done of whenever of my final videos of it. So I had 8 final videos of it planned, so it's 7. This is the maximum of my 7th. So I'll see you guys next time. Like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. Why? Because you find me enjoyable. And none of that. So I'll see you guys next time. See you, pals.